What is going on, RPG team? Jake here. Just wanted to give you guys kind of a quick live reaction to the George Pickens trade. For those who haven't heard, George Pickens was traded this morning to the Dallas Cowboys. We are going to see a 2026 third round pick and 2027 fifth round pick go from Dallas to the Pittsburgh Steelers, who are sending them George Pickens and the sixth round pick. I want to jump in quickly and break down what I think this does to George Pickens' dynasty value. I think overall, this doesn't really change too much. Pickens was never going to be an alpha wide receiver. He's never going to be a consistent high volume target earner. It just wasn't in the cards for his profile. It wasn't in the cards for his skill set. That being said, Dallas could see a slight increase in production for him, and that mostly is going to boil down to quarterback efficiency. Even looking at 2024, where we only got 8 games of Dak Prescott and 8 games of Cooper Rush, we still saw a high target threshold go to the non-CeeDee Lamb receivers in the offense. We saw Jalen Tolbert hit 79 targets, Brandon Cooks 52, Kevontae Turpin 52. Rico Dowdle saw about 50 targets out of the backfield. We saw a bunch split between the other wide receivers, the running backs, the tight ends. But when you go to consistently look at Dak Prescott's history, when looking at 2023, for example, Jake Ferguson, 102 targets, Brandon Cooks, 81 targets, Michael Gallup, 57. It's clear in this Dallas offense that there is a lot to go around. Now, George Pickens is a much different player than CeeDee Lamb, so I don't think it really affects CeeDee's value at all. It gives them a field stretcher in the sense that he is a field stretcher. When we look at his yards per reception, obviously led the league in yards per reception in 2023. However, this is a guy who's never been a high target guy. He had 106 targets in 2023, 103 in 14 games played last year. He's a big play guy, and this is what Dallas needed. This is why myself and so many other people projected a guy like Michael Golden to go to the Cowboys, is it gives them a tertiary option, a secondary option at times to just change up the look so that CeeDee Lamb isn't the entire focus of the offense. Where I worry about Pickens overall has always been his route running ability. I've always felt he was a little bit limited in what his skill set is. Dallas has consistently found good ways to use skill sets that aren't your traditional get open wide receiver. We even see it with CeeDee Lamb, where they use him all over the field. They use him in the slot outside. They create mismatches for CeeDee. Now, again, Dallas is looking at a new coaching staff, a new overall build of the team. So what does that mean? I think George Pickens is officially in hold territory unless people are overhyped about the trade. If you are getting wide receiver 1, wide receiver 2 prices for George Pickens, I think you have to take them. I've never been a George Pickens guy. I never will be a George Pickens guy, but this might open a really, really nice window for you to exploit. This is a guy who's earned deep targets consistently, earned air yard share, is always going to be a bit of a boomer bust wide receiver. Will the quarterback upgrade that he gets with Dak Prescott really be the difference maker for him? I don't know, but I'm sure excited to find out. And I know you are too. But guys, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for listening. And hopefully you guys stay away from those goblins.
Thanks for listening to another episode of the Fantasy Football RPG Podcast. If you made it this far, be sure to like and subscribe. If you want to check out written content, head over to lastwordonsports.com.
Don't let the goblins get you.